Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The laughter in the dining room froze the moment I said it. I think I need a new husband, I joked, my wine glass halfway to my lips. Maybe one who remembers anniversaries. The words slipped out casually, laced with playful sarcasm. But the reaction wasn't what I expected. The air thickened. Forks paused midair. And across the table my husband, Ethan, didn't even smile. His eyes, usually calm and warm, turned cold, unreadable, like I'd just stepped on something sacred. "What's that supposed to mean?" he asked. His voice was low, sharp, almost dangerous. Everyone around the table laughed awkwardly, trying to diffuse the tension. But Ethan didn't break his stare. The silence stretched between us like a live wire. Forced a chuckle. "Relax, it's a joke. You did forget our anniversary, remember?" He leaned back, lips curling into something that wasn't quite a smile. "Yeah," he said softly. "But maybe you forgot something too." There was an edge in his tone that sliced right through the room. The laughter died completely this time. My heart stuttered in my chest. "What's that supposed to mean?" I asked, mirroring his earlier words. He didn't answer. He just looked at me for a long, loaded moment, then lifted his glass, clinking it lightly against mine. "To honesty," he said, and took a long, deliberate sip. A chill ran down my spine. After dinner, when everyone finally left, the house felt too quiet. The clinking of plates in the sink, the low hum of the fridge, even the soft sound of rain outside. It all seemed amplified. Ethan sat in the living room, scrolling through his phone, acting as if nothing had happened. I stood in the doorway, arms crossed. "What was that earlier?" I asked. He didn't look up. "What was what?" "That comment. Maybe you forgot something too. What did you mean by that?" He finally met my eyes, and the flicker of pain behind his calm expression almost made me regret asking. "Maybe it's not so funny," he said quietly, "when jokes hit too close to home." I frowned. "Ethan, what are you talking about?" He set his phone down slowly and exhaled. "You really want to do this tonight?" "Yes," I said, my voice firmer than I felt. He nodded once, almost as if he'd been waiting for permission. "Fine. Let's do it." He got up and disappeared into our bedroom. When he returned, he was holding a small black box. My old jewelry case, the one I thought I'd lost last month. He placed it on the coffee table and opened it. Inside were my earrings, a few rings, and a folded piece of paper. "Recognize this?" he asked. I stared at it, confused. "That's just an old receipt." He unfolded it and turned it toward me. It wasn't a receipt. It was a note. My handwriting. "Can't stop thinking about last night. You make me feel alive again. L." My breath caught. It wasn't mine. The loops were similar but not identical. The L wasn't the way I wrote mine. "Ethan, that's not from me," I whispered. "Funny," he said, "because it was in your jewelry box. Hidden behind your grandmother's locket." My pulse thundered in my ears. I reached for the note, but he pulled it back. "She even used your stationery," he continued. "Same floral design, same scent. Lavender and ink." Felt dizzy. "Who would?" He cut me off. "You really don't know, do you?" I blinked. "No. I swear I don't." He studied me. His expression a storm of disbelief and despair. "It was Claire." My stomach dropped. Claire, my best friend. My coworker. The one who always joked that Ethan was too charming for his own good. I shook my head. "No, she wouldn't." "She did." His voice cracked. "And she wasn't writing to you. She was writing to me." The world tilted. For a moment I couldn't breathe. He went on, voice low but steady. "I found her messages a month ago. Hidden under a fake name in her phone. I confronted her. She said it was just flirting. That it didn't mean anything." Tears blurred my vision. "Ethan, please tell me you didn't." "I didn't cheat," he said quickly, and something in me dared to believe him. "But she wanted me to." She wanted us to fall apart so she could pick up the pieces. I stumbled back, gripping the edge of the counter. Blair, my friend. The woman who helped plan my wedding, who held me when I cried over work stress, who always said, "You're lucky to have him." How could she? I whispered. He looked down, voice breaking. Because she thought I wanted her too. Did you? I asked quietly. The silence that followed was unbearable. He didn't answer. That silence said everything. I turned away, pressing my palms to my face. You entertained it, didn't you? You liked the attention. I didn't stop it soon enough, he admitted. I should have shut it down the moment it started. But I didn't. I kept telling myself it was harmless. That it meant nothing. My chest tightened. You let her think she had a chance. He nodded once. And you know what the worst part is? I almost believed it too. I spun toward him. You almost believed what? That maybe you'd stopped loving me, he said. You were distant. Always working late. Always tired. I thought you were slipping away, and when she started filling that space, I didn't stop her. His confession shattered me more than anger ever could. Because part of me knew he wasn't wrong. I had been distant. I had let the monotony of routine replace affection. But that didn't excuse betrayal. You could have talked to me, I said. I tried, he whispered. But you laughed it off. Said I was being dramatic. So I stopped trying. We stood there in the heavy quiet, two people surrounded by the ruins of something once sacred. The next morning I woke up alone. The note was gone. His clothes were still in the closet, but his ring was missing from the nightstand. On the kitchen counter there was a letter. You said you needed a new husband. Maybe you were right. But I needed a new version of us. And I don't think that exists anymore. I'll stay with my brother for a while. Take care of yourself. E. My knees gave out. It wasn't the anger that broke me. It was the finality. The quiet way he left. Not in fury but in exhaustion. Like love itself had simply run out of breath. I stared out the window, the rain tracing the glass like tears I couldn't shed anymore. The echo of my own joke haunted me. I think I need a new husband. Now I realized I'd gotten my wish. Only it wasn't funny anymore. It was a requiem. And everyone who heard it that night had probably known, before I did, that the laughter at our table wasn't joy. It was the sound of something dying quietly between us.